What's going on, beautiful people? We live and direct, Machiavelli Mills TV. Welcome, welcome. If you're new to the channel, I welcome you all. I got content for everybody. I cover everything from celebrity news, politics, sports, life advice, all different type of stuff. I tell my personal stories. So I'm glad to have y'all sitting here before me. Please hit the like button as y'all come on in. But today we got a very special show because I'm back talking about Onika Mirage, aka Nicki Minaj. I think her real name is Onika Mirage, right? And Nicki Minaj, she's very puzzling to me, right? Because she does a lot of things that I feel like, do you know this is going to alienate your fan base? Do you know you are actually disrespecting your entire fan base all the way around, right? Now, Don Lemon is a journalist. He used to work for CNN for a long time. He is now an independent journalist. Um, Black Maul, what's going on? Brian Russell, what's happening? Nasir, what's the deal? So, man, y'all girl Nicki Minaj she strikes again. So Nicki Minaj took to Twitter to attack Don Lemon, and she attacked Don Lemon because Don Lemon, who is an independent journalist, he went to St. Paul, Minnesota to cover the ICE protests that were occurring there. And at the protest, it was protesters protesting outside of a church, right? Because allegedly there was somebody in the church, a pastor who is a collaborator with ICE, allegedly. And they like, yo, how can this person talk about being a person of God, but then advocate for people terrorizing the community, right? So Don Lemon, he's like he's actually covering the protests. The protesters stormed the church. The church is City's church in St. Paul, Minnesota. They stormed the church, and Don Lemon comes inside of the church as well, right? He's speaking to people inside of the church, all of that. And so there are people, the right wingers, they want Don Lemon arrested. They say, yo, Don Lemon needs to be arrested for, because they saying he basically is a part of the people who stormed the church. They're like, yo, he is a person, he's acting like it was journalism, and he stormed the church and with a violent display or all of this type of stuff, saying he was a person who was trying to cause disruption, and he should be arrested for that. One of the people who are advocating, who are in favor of him being arrested, is Nicki Minaj, right? So after Don Lemon was covering all of the events of the protests at the church, Nicki Minaj took to Twitter and she said this, and I quote, Don, C-O-C-K, C-O-C-K, y'all know what that spells, C-O-C-K. She says, Don, C-O-C-K, sucking lemon is disgusting. How dare you? I want that thug in jail. He would never do that to any other religion. Lock him up, right? And I said to myself, well, damn, she going in on Don. She calling him a COCK sucker, all of that. She going in on him, all calling him all type of slurs for gay folks. And I thought to myself, well, damn, Nicki, your whole fan base, nearly your whole fan, more than half of her fan base is made up of gay men. Let's be for real. More than half of the barbs are gay men. And she be going in, she called people gay slurs all day long. And I'm like, damn, do you really like your fan base? Because I would think that you need better PR. Because saying stuff like this would alienate you from your fan base. And let me say this too. For all of she always be calling people all type of gay slurs and all of that. This is the same woman who was cosplaying as a gay one, a bisexual woman, when she entered the industry. Nicki, the whole aesthetic of Nicki Minaj was she was this sex symbol who was into girls and guys. She was cosplaying as, them girls that be fake gay, fake bisexual, you know what I'm saying, for the aesthetic, for the appeal, for the looks, for the I don't know, to create a buzz around them. She one of them fake gay girls, right? And I'm like, yeah, she coming at people in the gay community, but that's what you was cosplaying as, right? But this is the thing about MAGA Minaj. Nicki is very. I remember she would always talk about, when I remember when Kai Cenat, she went at who was that she went at? That was getting she was it Ebro or one of them? No, it wasn't Ebro. It was Elliot. What is his name, man? Elliot, is it Elliot Wilson? What's Elliot's name? From Crown Magazine. She was going in on Elliot, and she was like, you jealous of this black man, and she's acting like she just be so, early times of her career, she would act as if she's so in line with the black community, but we see where her bread is buttered. We see she has an allegiance to MAGA. When she was sitting at that damn Klan rally, that Turning Point USA event with Erica Kirk. Charlie Kirk, like the wife of Charlie Kirk, the same man who says she is a terrible role model for black girls in the black community, right? So, but anyway, after she said those comments about Don Lemon responded in vigorous fashion. Don Lemon said that political conversations are beyond her capacity and out of her depth, and she should stop weighing in on issues she knows absolutely nothing about. Right? He called her a pygmy, for white supremacists. The Trump administration, the MAGA movement, all of that. He mentioned her marriage to an alleged PDF file, excuse me, an alleged grapist. Take the G off of grape. She mentioned her marriage. He mentioned. Don Lemon mentioned Nicki Minaj's marriage to an alleged grapist. And then he insinuated, made conversations around people in her family who have been looked at as PDF files, talking about her brother. Her brother was convicted and found guilty of violating a young girl. The girl had to have been like 13 or something like that. And I think they found Nicki Minaj's brother's DNA on the young girl. You know what I'm saying? So he like, hold on. You don't need to talk about nobody with all the skeletons you got in your closet. Then he says, it appears Nicki Minaj, with her aligning herself with MAGA, she has a disdain for African Americans, for Black Americans. And he said, and matter of fact, she's not a Black American. She's not, and she's not one of us, and he says she reportedly is an undocumented citizen. So she should be deported under Donald Trump's rules, right? He says she is allegedly an undocumented citizen. So under her boy Donald Trump's rules, under President Trump's rules, she should be deported, right? While she out here riding with Donald Trump and MAGA, talking about how charming he is and acting like she want to sleep with Donald Trump. Let's remember, he talking about folks like you in general, trying to deport people like you, right? Blaze Network, man. I appreciate the donation, brother. That mean a lot. He says, hope all is well, Mills. I'm just here to support. Today has been rough as a Warriors fan. Jimmy Butler down, shaking my head, one of my favorite players. And don't start, Mills. I already know you don't like him. I don't wish injury on nobody, though, Blaze. I appreciate it. Even if I don't like certain players, I don't wish injury on nobody. I'm for real. Like, this is how these brothers feed their families, and they care about their careers. They want to make championship pushes. I don't wish that on nobody. Is Jimmy out for the season? What is the injury? I saw it, but I didn't pay attention. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really go into detail, like go into depth to research what's his injury and how long he's out for. But yeah. So Don Lemon went in on Nicki Minaj, right? And the crazy thing about it, she called Don Lemon a thug. Calling Don Lemon a thug is absolutely, that's like calling Wayne Brady a thug. Like, what is we doing? Man. He said Jimmy torn ACL. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible. I didn't know it was that I didn't know the depth of it. That's horrible. That's horrific, man. But yeah, like when I be talking about Nicki Minaj, man, like she's very puzzling to me. It's not shocking, but again, early in her career, she would act like she's all in alignment with black folks and all of that. And now she's pro MAGA. And I remember when I covered her at that Turning Point USA rally, that whole Turning Point USA little convention they had going on when she had to sit down with Erica Kirk. And she spoke and she said something along the lines, and I had to write it down, she said something along the lines of black children are made to be proud of themselves at the expense of white children. And I said, what the fuck? What are we talking about? This is how you know she's compromised beyond measure and she eating them butter biscuits. She is now a nocturnal animal and ain't no coming back. She decided what side she want to be on. And I always say this, it's so crazy because now that she's aligned herself with MAGA, now everybody, all the right wingers, they're calling her such a smart, educated woman. She's so beautiful. She's so bright. She's so intelligent. She's so profound. She's such a free thinker. And she's such a critical thinker. All of that. If she was aligned with Democrats, I guarantee you they would call Nicki Minaj all type of Jezebels, all type of slurs and sluts and everything under the sun. Because honestly, that conservative party, they are against everything Nicki Minaj stands for or everything she raps about. They would I'm talking about they would annihilate her if she was with the Democrats. But now she's over there with MAGA. Now she's so smart. She's so intelligent, all of that. It's so crazy, man. Yeah, she called Donald Trump Dash, and I'm like, damn, do you want to be his broad or something? Do you want to be his side chick? Like, what, the way she was just like, she was throwing more compliments at Donald Trump. And damn, I don't know if I heard you talk about your husband in this way. You know, yeah, and that, I'm for real. That's a fact. I think Nicki Minaj, and I said this, I think it's twofold. It's twofold. Maybe she wants to get some type of she wants to get her people off or get them out of jail, or or get her husband off off of papers or whatever. So now she's trying to align herself with Donald Trump, right? She's seeking some type of coverage for her people. Well, when I say her people, not people from Trinidad, I'm talking about her brother, her PDF file brother and her husband, right? Or again, I think this is some retribution for black folks listening to Cardi B, because she felt alienated when black people was listening to Cardi B's music and all of that. And I think this is an attack on the black community because she feel like, oh, y'all turn y'all back on me. I'm gonna show y'all ass something, right? And then you see black people, or even not just about Cardi B, when black folks have called her out for being a bully to younger female artists in the industry. Black people have talked about how she has displayed these very nasty, despicable tactics or antics towards other young women in the rap world, and she feel like, I'm gonna show y'all. It's like that bully who was getting, the kid who was getting bullied in high school, and when they get older, they have this plan to make every black person feel it, right? A couple of black people was making fun of them, and now it is they've made it their job to say, I'm going to go against everybody in black America. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to align with people who don't like us. I'm going to latch on to their rhetoric and spew that same rhetoric, and watch how I make you all mad. Watch how I make you all squirm, right? Not realizing they don't fuck with you either. They don't like you either. You thinking siding with them is going to get back at us. You just getting used as a token. They're going to use you up for now. And when they're done with you, they're going to throw your ass back to the wolves. And you can't come back over here to black folks after they throw you to the side. You can't come running back over here with us after they use you for what they use you for, and think you finna come right back over here and say, black people, I'm back, y'all. No. But yes, I'm the dark magician. This is the revenge of the nerds type stuff, right? Where, yeah, I got bullied when I was a kid by a few black kids, and now I'm here to torment. I'm here to go against the entire black community and tell them how they ain't shit all the way around. This is exactly that. But like I said before, Nicki Minaj does not realize this is not going to work in her favor. These people are going to be done with her in a minute, and she's going to be looking stupid. She's going to be looking stupid. Her proximity to whiteness does not protect her from white supremacy in no way, shape, form, or fashion. You say, yep, you know what they do with tokens. They get thrown away. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? He said Ludacris pulled out of Kid Rock festival because of the backlash. Yeah, and I heard he was saying it was some type of mix up or something. Luda was finna perform at that damn Kid Rock concert. I heard he said it was some type of backlash or it was some type of uh, um false printing or his name got mixed up in it wrongly or something. He was gonna perform there until he seen how black folks felt about Kid Rock, because we all know Kid Rock is aligned with MAGA. He's pro MAGA, pro Donald Trump. He is not an ally to the black community in any sense, none whatsoever. Yeah, Nelly gonna stay there because he determined to tell black folks, you don't run me. That's what he's determined to tell black folks, you don't run me, and I do what I want to do, right? And instead of seeing the bigger picture, he's determined on telling black people, you don't run me, I do what I want to do. Instead of looking at what black folks are saying, he's taking the criticism as he took it personal to say, y'all hate me, I'm gonna make y'all hate me even more. So he's standing down on that. He said Anton Daniels and Jason Whitlock are in the on the token expiration clock. Absolutely. Said, but Nicki Minaj has always been a weirdo. Yes, D, always. Texas Fresh 89 say Nelly and Luda weirdos some way. Yeah, man. And again, Nelly is taken because when he got that backlash from that Trump situation, right? He didn't listen to what black folks said. I think he got upset because of some of the names that black folks called him. And I know sometimes you can get upset when people call you names, or you can get upset when people coming at you. But I think he should have listened to the bigger picture of what some other black folks were saying to him. Like, no, that's not what you go and run and align yourself with, Nelly. Regardless of your family serving in the military, that is not what you go align yourself with at all. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. And again, I grew up bumping Nelly music all the time, especially before Kanye West and before Chicago rappers started to rise to prominence. Nelly was the closest thing I could rep on a nationwide scale because he was the only one from the Midwest that wasn't Eminem that was getting like major acclaim, major he wasn't local. He was, a worldwide artist. And I was rocking with Nelly because I mean he was Midwest like me, before the other Chicago rappers started to get prominence. But yeah, man, yeah, Nicki Minaj definitely is a pick-me. She's a pick-me for white supremacists. And again, she thinks this is going to, I guess she thinks that, I don't know, she thinks it's going to help her and whatever she got going on, or I guess help her brother and her husband's case. But one thing I want people to remember, Nicki Minaj, she has a humongous black fan base. She has a big black fan base. And at some point, she's going to have to come to that black fan base and also the gay fan base that she always be attacking when she attack other people that's gay, right? You got to return back to these fan bases, and you have to see if these black fan bases will accept you with open arms. Now, you will have people who will say, I don't care nothing about it. It don't mean nothing to me, whatever. I'm still supporting Nicki Minaj, but you're going to have some black folks that are going to be like, hell no, I ain't rocking with you. You're going to have some gay people that are going to be like, no. Every time she get mad at a gay person, she calling them all type of gay slurs and everything. And once again, this is the same woman who, when she entered the rap industry, she was cosplaying as a bisexual woman to enter the industry. She was acting like she was gay and like girls for an aesthetic when she first got on, right? More than half of her barbs are gay men. For real. Let's be for real. More than half of her barbs, her barb audience, her fan base, probably more than half of them probably gay. And look at how every time she get into it with somebody that's gay, she go in on them and call them all type of COCK suckers and calling them all type of crazy names. You feel me? I remember Lil Nas X was a barb, and that's how they uncovered that he was gay, right? I remember them going down this rabbit hole when Old Town Road first came out, and they discovered like an old account of his where he was this big Nicki Minaj barb, and they was like, yo, and they started seeing other stuff on his account and say, is he gay? That was kind of how it was revealed at first that Lil Nas X was gay, because they saw his account with him being a barb, and they saw other things on the account as well, right? But yeah, I remember that. So Yeah, but I remember she got in the industry pretending that she was bisexual. She wasn't bisexual, but she knew by doing that it was gonna bring a different audience. I always say that y'all know girls who be fake gay to be cool, to fake gay to be cool and to get attention and all of that. That was Nicki Minaj. She wasn't attracted to women, but she felt like that was gonna make her audience bigger. And now you see the real her. And then what's crazy about this is she's now acting like, when she says Don wouldn't have done this, he would never do that to any other religion. She's trying to align herself with Christianity. And this is the thing, MAGA's version of Christianity is a skewed version of it, right? Because their version of Christianity includes racism against black folks, right? Their version of Christianity only sees white people, white conservatives, as the higher ups of society and the good people on this earth. MAGA Christianity look at black folks as degenerates, especially if you are not black. If you unless you're black MAGA, unless you are black MAGA, they look at black folks as scum and they do not care about black people at all, right? Because it's quite funny to me. They do all this commemorating. Because how the hell can you commemorate Charlie Kirk and all of that, and then in the same breath commemorate Dr. Martin Luther King, when Charlie Kirk spent a lot of time trying to talk down on the late great Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and trash him beyond measure, right? But now, like that don't mix. You love Charlie Kirk, a man who is trashing Dr. Martin Luther King to no end, right? A man who is trashing black folks all the way around. You uplift him and make him this martyr, but then in the same breath say, "Oh, we love Dr. Martin Luther King Jr." Yeah, like what are we doing? And honestly, yes, Charlie X, I can't respect anyone who puts their religion ahead of their blackness, because when you understand how a lot of these white supremacists use religion, they use religion to disrespect black people, to alienate black folks in a lot of ways. And so to say, I'm a Christian first, it sounds good. So you go to these Turning Point USA rallies and you find out their version of Christianity does not include your black ass. They look at your black ass as an abomination. And your blackness is it is a burden. It is a burden to them, you know? And exactly, they say Christianity first, but no, what they mean is white Christians first. White Christians before everything. You know, it's quite crazy because I saw her say stuff like, when I saw her say Don Lemon would never do this to another religion. Oh, Nicki, now you so Christianity, you so pro-Christian now? Really? Really? Come on, man. Come on, man. What is we doing? So Nicki and Don are both full of ish. Why isn't Don speaking on reparations instead of arguing with the pillhead online? I mean, you can be productive in both areas. Because if she come at me, I'm gonna respond. That's life. I'm like Don in the sense that if you bomb on me, I'm gonna bomb back. I ain't gonna let you just come at me and I don't say nothing back. She came at him after he was covering the protests in St. Paul, Minnesota. After he covered that protest, she came at him and she started coming at him crazy. And so he responded to that. And I will respond too. You ain't finna just call me all type of crazy names and think I'm just nah. I ain't cut like that. God gotta work on me a little bit more. Because a pillhead come at me, I'm going to tell them they are a pillhead. I'm going to tell them they are butter biscuit eaters for white supremacy. I'm going to tell them you have bigger concerns that you need to worry about, including the PDF files in your family. I'm going to tell them what you are discussing is out of your capacity. You know, you don't have the depth to understand these things. I'm going to tell them they are a pick-me for white supremacy. I'm going to tell them when they go low, I'm going to go lower. I know I gotta stop. God gotta work on me. God has got to work on me to get that up out of me. Please, Lord. You feel me? But when you come at me, I'm gonna have to go at you crazy. I'm gonna have to humble you because evidently you went through life without getting checked appropriately. So now I'm gonna have to make you feel the wrath for how you coming at me. And like I said, when I get older, probably God will work on me in that area. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet because Nicki Minaj, as much shit talking as she talk about everybody, you gotta understand it's gonna come back to you too. Like, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody just gonna everybody ain't gonna take the high road just because I'm an esteemed journalist, not me. I'm speaking of Don Lemon, right? He's an esteemed journalist. Just because he's an esteemed journalist does not mean he's not going to hit you where it hurts. Because she like to do that to other people. So yeah, I'm gonna remind her. Yeah. For real. All the flaws of her, I'm gonna remind her when if she come at me crazy. Um So I remember when Sheetha dropped and exposed all that. Yeah, you won't have to get a verbal spanking when you out here talking crazy, and you also are off code with black folks, right? When you also off code with black people, and you know, you siding with white supremacists, we gonna have to talk about you. You said Nicki is a bird brain. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And again, um, we're seeing it now. Yo, these are crazy times we living in, man. I was just like, yo, I would never. What do you think we've seen Nicki Minaj out here acting like she's so pro-Christian and be out here like at basically like Turning Point USA is the new Klan for real. And you out here sitting at a Klan rally for real. Like, this is craziness, man. This is crazy. Yeah, but yeah, Don Lemon is free to talk how he wants because he is an independent journalist. He's not with CNN anymore, so he can say what he wants to say. But yeah, man, you say said Nicki Minaj is a certified fraud. She need to sit up. Y'all crazy. You said, and by the way, Nicki definitely still sniffing the slopes. You see that interview? Ain't no way she's sober. Looking crazy. Looking crazy, man. And so, yeah, I just feel like Nicki Minaj been out of bounds for a while. And she needs to hear it from a lot of people because she's off her rocker. And here's my thing though. I just when you go this far off the deep end, there is no way I can welcome you back when you go this far off the deep end like this. You know, because the moment black people start going in on her, watch she start getting on here like Stevie Knight. My own people are talking about me like this. Well, how could they do this to me? My own black people are discussing me in this manner. They're trashing me. How could my own black people? I don't know. Don't start hollering out black now. Don't start hollering out your own people because we wasn't your people. When you was over there at that Turning Point rally, that Turning Point USA event, talking about black children are made to feel good about themselves while white at the expense of white kids or something like that. Because what are you talking about? Where at in the world? Like, what school system is black kids made to feel proud about themselves in school while white people aren't? Like, what? Even in black schools, our own textbooks we had was not really uplifting our people like that, right? The same way when I talked about Dr. Martin Luther King yesterday, and I said we would never read about any other civil rights leaders like Medgar Evers. We would never talk about Malcolm X and all of that. So on what planet are black children made to feel good about themselves while white people are made to feel bad? Like what? Historically, black folks have been made to feel like a lot of our leaders were not good people. Look how Malcolm X is framed as if he was a bad person because he spoke out about white supremacy and he did it with vigor and he did it passionately and he did it without like he wasn't worried about he wasn't worried about the feelings of white supremacists when he said certain things. And because he didn't frame it in a docile manner, now Malcolm X was villainized. How many people y'all like? How many of y'all know, like, or heard that Malcolm X was the bad one throughout our lifetime? You know, he wasn't sugarcoating nothing with them. And so a lot of times, in our world, the black folks were made to, like, look at the movies and media that we had in our life. The black kids was the black kid on the movie. When we talk about white savior movies, the black parents and the black community may are vilified. While the white person come in and she love the white teacher, the white teacher come in and love all the kids in ways that the black teacher could never do, or the black parents could never do. The white teacher see all the greatness in the black kids, and the black teachers could never do that somehow, some way. The black parents couldn't do that, and the white woman uplifts them. How when you say black children are made to feel good about themselves, huh? When we got media like that, yeah, dangerous minds is, oh my God, boy, what, like, the white teacher could get to them, but not a black teacher alive could ever reach these children at all. Even though they came from the same like some of the black teachers came from the same backgrounds and circumstances, they could never teach none of them. They could never reach none of the children. So when we have media like that around in our life, that type of media has run rampant through history. How can we sit and say, oh, we black kids are made to feel good about themselves while at the expense of white children? That's not real, man. That's not real, you know? So, nah. Saying when Nicki Minaj was confronted about the Rosa Parks disrespected, she said, she had no clue anyone was mad. Don't care. Yeah, and see that when people dismiss black history and our black ancestors and all of that, it really is despicable to me. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's like y'all boy Anton Daniels. He does that quite often. Not y'all boy, but yeah, y'all know what I'm joking when I say y'all boy. But yeah, man. Yeah, Lil Wayne, Emmett Till, and that's when I remember when I got on Wayne head about that line, because Wayne was a grown man. He wasn't a child. When he said that, he was a grown man, a fully grown adult, who everybody felt like was one of the best rappers ever. And he says a line like that about a black child who was murdered in cold blood by white supremacists. That's not cool. It's not cool at all. Is there any celebrity whose pivot to MAGA shocked you the most? I don't know. I got to think on that. I got to think on it. Look at Black Mall. I didn't even know LeBron had any Martin Luther King sneakers to sell. I didn't even know that. I had no idea that it was Martin Luther King shoes. If he has Martin Luther King shoes, that's a terrible idea. That is a terrible idea. And he needs to tell Nike to throw that shit away. But I had no idea that I really did not know this. Yeah, he had Martin Luther King Jr. shoes. No, I don't think. I don't think that's a great idea at all. And we're not going to make money off of the legacy of Martin Luther King Jr. Throw that away. Throw that away. So I had no idea though. I had no idea. That is a horrible, horrible move. Horrible move. We're not gonna use be there with the same color as the Lorraine Hotel. Yeah, that's terrible. Horrible. We're not gonna use capitalism. We're not gonna use black ancestors for capitalism in no way, shape, form, or fashion. He needs to cancel that immediately. Immediately. Um, um, that's a bad move by LeBron and Nike. Yeah, you got that's horrible. That's horrible. But again, what y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? Cardi. What about Cardi B? Cardi does the same thing, so why is that narrative applied to her? What do you think Cardi do? What? Hold on, let me see. I do feel like Nicki has a mania. Cardi does what in particular? Right. I know y'all talking about me. I'm saying what is it? What about Cardi B though? What about her? Because I'm not a Cardi B fan in the least. And y'all seen me get on Cardi B head when she had a baby while still pregnant, and how she gets that off. How she's able to get shit like that off, while black women never can get shit like that off ever in life, ever. And I made a whole video like talking about like black women could never do no shit like that. So I do know, and I remember berating her about like how you out here having you pregnant by while you married to another man, get pregnant by a dude who has three, she got babies all on the way and shit. Despicable as hell, right? Only reason, like I said, I talked about Nicki Minaj because this just happened. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a fan of Cardi B at all. And to my knowledge, while I could call Cardi B out for not getting the same criticism that other black women get if they were to do these things. To my knowledge, I don't know that Cardi B has aligned herself with Donald Trump, and like MAGA world. Has Cardi B aligned herself with the MAGA world? We pointed out how everyone turned a blind eye to Cardi campaigning against Stephon Diggs victims, but seems to have time for everything foolish Nicki does. Yeah, well, I mean, now I did hear she reached out to some chef, right? But I do know Cardi. I remember she admitted to like drugging men and stealing from them and all of that. Yeah, I'm not a Cardi B fan in in no way, shape, form, or fashion. Cause I remember, I'm like, yo, she get to do all type of crazy stuff, and black women would never get that off. The chef is a bit, yeah, yeah, yeah. I seen she tried to reach out. I heard she tried to reach out to the chef or something like that when she was ordered not to, or something like that. What else she done to the victims? To Stephon victims? No, I don't think Cardi black. Do Cardi got a black parent? Do she has any parent that's Afro Latino, or after are they Afro? Um, I like being real with y'all. It'd be shocking. I don't. She don't have a parent that's got black in them, do she? No, no. So she's not black. Nah. Mm-mm. That's why, and I always understood that her dad a Haitian. Is he? Her dad is a black Haitian man. Her dad is Dominican. Right. Is he an Afro Dominican? Is he a black Dominican? said no, Cardi B is not black. Her father is a white Dominican, and her mother is a white Trinidadian. Yeah. So she not Afro nothing. So yeah, when she say the N word, the same smoke I got for what's the boy name, Tekashi 6ix9ine, will apply to her as well. Cause she not black. She not black. So I'm like, yeah, I wasn't, because when people be like she not black, nah, I be thinking, I don't think she got no black parents at all. So yeah. Though in reality, folks in the islands have black blood somewhere. But see, somewhere in the line don't make you black, right? Haley Steinfeld really is like 1/8 black or something. 1/8 black. She will never be considered black in no way. We will never let her say the N-word. Haley Steinfeld from Center, she really like 1/8, 1/16 something. She really like got like 1/8 ancestry of black in her. And we ain't never gonna let Haley Steinfeld say the N-word or let her get that off. We gonna look at her like, yeah. Okay, all right. You got some black ancestry way down the line somewhere, but you wasn't raised to be black. Your immediate parents not black at all. None whatsoever. You said Cardi get that off because she looks like a light-skinned black woman. Uh, her sister don't look black at all. Right, let's keep it a stack. What's on the paperwork? Right, what box do you check when you? What do you? Your stuff do not say black at all. So yeah, said Haley, not that dumb to say that word anyway. Said the imitation of life. Yeah. Man, for real. So that's my point. You said I have a friend who thought Cardi was some sort of Indian mixed with another race. Yeah, man. Cause from all I knew, Cardi B was not black at all, and she ain't had no black parent at all. So yeah. Mm-mm. But yeah, though. You say this is man, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just now trying to recover from that Bears loss. Boy, what? But I had to get on here with y'all, man. I'm still thinking about that damn loss. Still thinking about it. We should have kicked that field goal for sure. Said the DR is extremely anti-black. Uh just look up how they treat Haitians there. Man, what? I know the Dominican Republic were anti-black when I seen Sammy Sosa get all this prominence as a black Dominican, achieve all this success as a black Dominican, right? And then after retirement, after he's done playing, he goes and try to makes his skin lighter and lighter and lighter and comes out looking like a bottle of Pepto-Bismol. That's when I say, oh, I know colorism. I know colorism is deep. Is deep within the Dominican Republic. Because anytime Sammy Sosa, he's Sammy Sosa and he wanna be lighter. Like you achieved all this prominence. Everybody know you as a legend, as an icon, and you still like, I can't be black. I can't be this dog. I can't be this dog. I can't get this darkness up off of me. I said, well, damn, that shit must be heavy there. Like, dang, Sammy, you've been a black Dominican your whole life and you are achieving astronomical success, and you still want to bleach your skin, huh? Yeah, man. And Sammy Sosa, look, we love Sammy in Chicago. We love Sammy. Sammy was an icon here. You feel me? I didn't even know Sammy wasn't Black American till the first time I heard him talk. Because at that point, I didn't know Sosa. Like, that last name is not a Black American last name. You know, you were a kid, right? I heard Sammy talking. I said, oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Because a lot of them Black Dominicans, look at David Ortiz, Big Papi. David Big Papi Ortiz. David Ortiz is like a black man named DeAndre. I heard Big Papi talk. I said, what the hell? Big Papi blacker than me. But in the Dominican Republic, I know Black Papi. I know black. I know black. You feel me? Hey. I'm for real. We got to do a study on that. Do y'all see? Do Black Dominicans marry? Do Black Dominicans marry other Black Dominicans like that? With the Black Dominicans that's prominent, they got prominence. Oh boy, Big Papi Ortiz looked like his name was damn Chris from up the street. I heard Big Papi talking. Whoa, wait a minute. Cause I noticed them brothers, a lot of them brothers that the prominent Black Dominicans, they do not be getting no Black Dominican wife. They get the whitest Dominican they can find to procreate with. They say, hell no. I promise y'all, Big Papi, no, they ain't. They, that's crazy. They don't be marrying no Black Dominican woman. No. But say I'm a Guardians fan. If you've never heard Jose Ramirez talks, he looks like any dude you see on the east side of Cleveland, the south side of Chicago. Yeah, these dudes they be looking black as us. You be looking like, hey, boy. He'd be like, look at LaMarcus. Look at LaMarcus. Oh my God, boy. I'm trying to say, I'm saying the blackest names in the world. Tyrone. I ain't met a white Tyrone yet. Y'all met a white Tyrone, let me know. Because I ain't met a white Tyrone. The protocol for all of Latin America is Mayora La Raza. I don't know if I'm saying that M word right because I don't speak Spanish. I know La Raza. Better the race. That's code for whiten the race. Colonization did a number on us black and brown people for sure. I work with some Hispanics and they've said they've had their grandmamas and stuff like that told them, hey, don't be he too dark now. Get you a nice white man or a nice white Hispanic to marry. Don't marry no black Hispanic. Said Tyrone is Irish, apparently. Really? Really? That I had no clue. But yeah, you're right. And that's why when I talk to people, it's a lot of Hispanics that do not identify. They don't even identify as Hispanic. They identify as white. They will check white on as their race. They like, I'm not I'm Hispanic now. He said Steph Curry on his family is on that light is right. You say Steph did that intentionally? Maybe he just happened to love. Maybe he just happened to fall in love with what's her name? Aisha. Maybe he just happened to love Aisha. You know? He said, how everybody in the Curry family light skin, even the same. Hey, you right, hold on now. You right, hold on. He say Seth wife, is she light skinned? I know what's their sister name? Sadell, what's her name? Her husband, I think he might be light skinned. I don't know. So I didn't know Carmelo was Puerto Rican. No, yeah, his father is Puerto Rican. Uh-huh. You said she's by who biracial? Who's biracial? Y'all crazy. So yes, she is, but Aisha is a little darker than Steph. Hey, Black Mall say they doing that on purpose. That's what Black Mall say they doing that on purpose. This topic is getting a little out of pocket. Oh yeah, Dahlia, I ain't seen you on here in a minute, Dahlia. I know I just highlighted your previous comment. She says when Tenoch Huerta, that he played Namor, the Submariner. When he got cast to play Namor in Black Panther 2, Mexico got pissed because he looks indigenous. Got even more mad when they were speaking Mayan in the movie. I think I heard that for sure. They got pissed that he got cast as Namor and representing Mexico because he does look indigenous. He's a dark Mexican, you know? So for sure. I definitely remember seeing that. He said why LeBron got so many dark skins in his family. That is crazy. But I do remember that though. He said, Mac, I thought Zoe Saldana was black all the. Hey, don't get me started on Zoe Saldana now. Even when she an alien, she ain't gonna be with no black man, even as an alien. Zoe Saldana, and she's a beautiful woman. Is it Saldana, Zoe Saldana, or Saldana? Saldana. Zoe Saldana, she ain't going, even as an alien, she ain't gonna be with no black man now. When last time we seen Zoe with a black man? Nick Cannon. Was she with a black man in the movie after that? I think she was, but that man, they were, hey, look, Black Mall. Since Zoe Saldana is black, she just likes to pretend she's not. Look at her mama. She blackety black. I ain't never seen her mom nor family. I know her, but I think I seen a picture. I'm not gonna lie. I think I seen a picture where I don't know if this is her sisters for real. Like all her and her sisters was dating white men. I don't know if that was really a picture of social media. You know, social media will take pictures of people and say this is true. But it was a picture of her and her alleged sisters, and they was all dating white men. I don't know. But to certain people's point, when y'all say about certain people not playing black in movies. Like y'all know the Dwayne the Rock Johnson, my favorite wrestler as a child, my favorite wrestler. Um, the Rock would be in movies, and like even his kids in movies would be white. Like he wouldn't even have like Samoan looking kids in movies. He'd be a white woman would be his love interest, and the kids wouldn't even be like what? The kids don't even look Samoan. They be like, what they be the kids be white, they be lily white and stuff. You're like, why he got this white family in this movie? This is the son of a half black. This is the son of a black of a black man and a Samoan mother. And his kid is blonde as hell in movies. We'd be like, what's going on? The Rock's father is a black man named Rocky Johnson. His mama is a Samoan woman, Ava Ata Maivia. And in the movies, his family was always white. Uh, he said The Rock plays characters that are miraculously ambiguous. Yeah, racially, and the king of the racially ambiguous roles is The Rock and what's the Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel and The Rock are the king of racially ambiguous movie roles. That's what Vin Diesel. Make sure that head is shaven. Maybe his hair is receding, but Vin Diesel, when his hair's out, he got that fro on. See, I thought Nicki Minaj was LGBTQ. No, she was cosplaying as that. Which is why I when I got on this platform, I say when I got on this platform on the live stream, I say, she calling Don Lemon all these names and calling him all type of gay slurs, but Nicki Minaj broke into the industry cosplaying as a bisexual woman all the way, playing like she gay. Ben Diesel is mixed with something. He got some black in him. If you've seen his actual, it's pictures of him in high school with a fro, with a fro. But he can get off the racially ambiguous. It's people that don't even know Ben Diesel got some black in him. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know exactly how much black is in him. I don't know. You say he's black and Italian, I believe, like Alicia Keys. Yeah. And people don't know that though, because he can pull off the racially ambiguous stuff. You ain't never seen Vin Diesel play a role where he was black. You ain't never seen that. Every role he got is racially ambiguous to where you don't know what he is. You don't know what he is at all. His daddy is black. I got you right. Oh, you say he made a short film about being biracial? I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. And that's dope that he made a short film about it, for sure. But yeah. Nah, Charlie, I think his actual father is a black man for real. Like his actual father is black, his mom Italian. For sure. I seen pictures of Vin in high school, like Afro, like it ain't nothing. But like when he got into Hollywood, Hollywood would have him in roles where like you don't really know what Vin's race would be for real. Um Same with Rock, right? Rock would be in roles where if you didn't know who his father was, you didn't know who his mother was, you wouldn't know what he was. Matter of fact, I remember when The Rock rose to prominence, that was the biggest topic of conversation when he was in the WWF, WWE. People would always ask him, what is his nationality? Right? Because they knew he wasn't white. They knew he wasn't all the way black. They knew he was something else too, you know? But it's still people to this day who are shocked to find out that The Rock's father is Soul Man Rocky Johnson, a black dude, black, like Afro black, like Afro out, all that. They be shocked to see that his father is a black man. Like you said, Don Lemon requesting somebody be deported and Nicki Minaj gay shaming is crazy. Well, Don said that because Nicki aligns herself with Donald Trump, right? And her aligning herself with Donald Trump shows that she is going against the black community. And he says, well, it's funny that you're doing that because from what I hear, you are an undocumented citizen. So you should be deported under Donald Trump's rules. You know what I'm saying? Which, hey, I don't think that comment is so bad. He's trying to point out the hypocrisy and her aligning with Donald Trump. Yeah, the Rock's father is a descendant of black loyalists, slaves who escaped to Nova Scotia. Absolutely, black slaves who escaped to Nova Scotia in Canada. So I forgot the Rock father is actually black. Does he claim his blackness? Now, as an adult, The Rock will always he says it a lot now. I'm half black, half Samoan. Well, I don't think The Rock grew up attached to his black family really at all. If you know Rocky's Soul Man, Rocky Johnson's story, like when you like Rocky Johnson and his mother fell out when Rocky was like 13 years old. I don't know how close in touch Rocky Johnson it remained with his siblings and stuff like that. I'm not sure. If y'all know, The Rock's father used to be married to a black woman. The Rock got fully black siblings. I don't even know if The Rock is close to them, right? Because I'm not sure. He might be. I'm not sure. But Soul Man Rocky Johnson was married to a black woman before he was with Atamavia, and The Rock has fully black siblings. And I don't know how close. I don't know if he got a close relationship to him or not. Not sure. But I know that his father fell out with The Rock's father fell out with his grandmama when he was like 13. So like I don't know if The Rock even really had a close relationship with his black family due to his father being estranged from the grandmother. So yeah. But anyway though, yeah, man, I know we kind of jumped around on all different type of topics. But yeah, I had to get on Nicki Minaj because I just was like, man, she has terrible PR because if anything, you would think your fan base is made up of a lot of black folks, a lot of gay people, right? And hold on one second. Said Rock's family is messy boo. Hold on one second. I'm looking at something right now. Hey, you know how it's crazy how DNA can work too, right? Because y'all bring up Isaiah Hardenstein. Y'all know Stacey Dash, she's biracial. Christopher Williams, I believe, is biracial too. They had a baby, right? Even though Christopher Williams and Stacey Dash are biracial, you can clearly see that they have black and they are black, right? They've got black all in them. When you look at the child that they made together, when two biracial people have a child, even if their phenotype is black, it's so crazy how the phenotype of their child could be. Because Christopher Williams and Stacey Dash's son, you can tell has white all in him. You can tell, like it's so crazy. Their son, the blackness is not evident within their son as it is in them, right? So it's just so black people phenotype is shifts, and with Asian people and all of that. I get that, but Isaiah Hardenstein looked like a blonde. Yeah. I don't know, man. DNA can be crazy. How sometimes the phenotype it doesn't the blackness doesn't always pick up in the phenotype. You said Stacey Dash isn't biracial. That's a white woman with a tan. No, but her and Dame Dash cousins, right? Are you joking? Or are you saying like she really not black? Um, but no, I had to get on Nicki Minaj. I know we didn't bounce around on all different type of topics, but I had to get on Nicki because I'm like, yo, you alienating your fan bases. It's crazy. All for the love of MAGA. That's wild. Yeah, I know she calling her a sellout for sure. You said that's a white woman with a tan for sure. Yeah. Now Stacey, I don't know how Stacey off the deep end. I remember when Dame even was calling Stacey out. Said Nicki stay taking L's, loses every rap battle, then tries to do the political beef. Uh and gets destroyed in that too. Say he need a DNA test, see if I'm related to Michael. I do not look like Mike Irvin. I do not look like Michael Irvin. That's crazy. He's talking about Michael Irvin. It's crazy. Dahlia said, I used to love Stacey Dash. I thought she was so pretty and loved her in Clueless. How the Mighty Have Fallen. Yeah, we saw Stacey take a spin back in 2016 when she was basically saying, like, why do we have a Black History Month? And she wasn't speaking that in favor of like, yo, Black people should be honored all the time. It was like, well, you wouldn't like somebody to have a White History Month. She didn't say we shouldn't have a Black History Month, saying like, yo, Black folks, hold on. Blaze, man, I appreciate the donation. Blaze showing me a lot of love with the donations, brother. Thank you so much. I always say thank y'all for the donations because y'all helping me get one step closer to be a full-time content creator. That's the goal. Because, man, working this job with these hours is up and down and they playing with my check is not cool, especially in this economy. But he says a lot of people like to say The Rock don't claim his Black side, which he does. He even put out a doc series called Finding Justice about all the stuff we go through, but nobody's watched it. Nobody's watched it. You said nobody's watched. It used to come on BET, but nobody watched. It came on BET. I have no idea. Thank you for the donation, Blaze, and thank you for that comment. I had no idea. Now I would say his daughter Simone, oh, she be standing on business. Simone, if you go to Simone's Instagram page, Simone be talking about Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, all of his daughter Simone, and she 1/4 Black. 1/4. And Simone be standing on business all the time, man. And what's crazy is when The Rock was telling his story, his first wife, Danny Garcia, her family didn't even want her marrying The Rock because of the color of his skin, because he was Black, right? And he talked about that. And I know Simone is aware of that shit. It's so crazy. His daughter, 1/4 of his daughter be standing on business. His daughter Simone, she stands on business for real. Hey, Mo Money, y'all talking about Mo Money? Yeah, he said Simone is about that action, but it helps when your daddy is damn near a billionaire. That's true. That's true. Hey, look, Black Mall, don't do that. Cause when you said LeBron putting out them shoes, I said that was bullshit. Cause you do not make a profit off of the legacy of a Black icon. We're not doing that. That Nike shit, that's bullshit. Hell no. He needs somebody on his team like me to say, hey, dead that immediately. Immediately. Cause that ain't cool in no shape, no way, shape, form, or fashion is that cool. Uh You said, what up, Mac? How about those Rams, my boy? Hey, look, I'm still in recovery. So I'm still in recovery. So tread lightly about them Rams. Yeah, like, what are we doing? Why are you painting the shoes the same color as the Lorraine? Nah, we're not doing that. What the fuck? Hell no. No, absolutely not. Hey, y'all know Mo Money, one of my favorite. Like back in the day, I always tell y'all, my mama had this bootleg VHS tape with Made in America. You remember the movie Made in America with Ted Danson, Nia Long, Whoopi Goldberg, Will Smith, right? Where she finds out Nia Long was born through like a sperm bank. That's how she came to, come about. Her sperm came from a white man, and she found this out. She tracked him down. The white man was Ted Danson. Anyway, I had a VHS tape with Made in America, Bebe's Kids, and Mo Money all in one. My mama had that had a VHS tape with that on there. And me and my sister and them used to watch Mo Money all the time. Mo Money is, I love that movie. I think that's Marlon Wayans' debut in a film, if I'm not correct, if I'm not mistaken. That is his debut in a film, Mo Money. And Stacey Dash starred in Mo Money for sure. Said the VHS recorded tapes. Man, what? You feel me? That when you had to rewind the VHS tape. Remember, you got to rewind. When DVDs came out, it blew our mind because we didn't have to rewind nothing. But when VHS, you got to pop the VHS tape in and rewind the stuff all the way back to the point. Woo, man. I couldn't imagine. Like, I couldn't imagine doing it now. Like, damn, we really had to rewind all the way back. And you watched the movie. Said Stacey Dash slept with Handy Man. That's crazy. Do y'all remember that movie Made in America, though? Do y'all remember that? A lot of people do not remember that movie. Made in America with Whoopi Goldberg, Ted Danson, who wore blackface, actually, which is crazy. Ted Danson and Nia Long and Will Smith. Hold on, that was Sally Richardson? That was in the jewelry store? I gotta go back and watch Mo Money now. Mo Money was the joy. Seymour! Old girl in the store hollering, Seymour! And Mo Money. But I gotta go back and watch Mo Money now. But yeah, Made in America, I used to watch that movie quite often, man. Yeah, the naked white girl doing the cartwheel. Do you remember, hey, Stephen B? I always thought about that scene as a little boy. Like, look at this white girl in here doing cartwheels after sleeping. Because Ted Danson was like a car salesman in the movie. He was a car salesman. I remember that. But he was Nia's father. He found out he was Nia's father. You know, she came and tracked him down. Hey, my cousin in here, Whoopi and Ted did. Whoopi and Ted dated for sure. They did. And then when Ted had that blackface on, though, black folks was going in and they had to get on Whoopi for defending it. Sally Richardson found it in Frog Hair. She found it in the ticket on the dash. Sally Richardson, when I saw A Low Down Dirty Shame, I first saw that movie. Did I first see that movie at my cousin's house, Diddy? Hey, cuz, I think I saw that at y'all house. I think the first time. Yeah, Mo Money was in Chicago. But A Low Down Dirty Shame, when I seen Sally Richardson up in there, I said, oh my God. This how these women gonna look when I get older. They finna look like this. Low Down Dirty Shame, cuz. Like, they finna look like this when I get older. What? Well, I said I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble in my mind. I say, damn, man, what? This is how these girls finna look out here? I'm cooked, boy. Nah. I remember seeing her like, man, never. You know? I'd have been got Sally Richardson out there talking. Sally was fine, boy. Yeah, Dondre Whitfield is a lucky man because I'd be looking like, Now, actually, they're so crazy when I think about the story. When Snoop tell a story about Pac cuffing Sally, getting Sally Richardson from up under his arm. Yeah, me and Pac would have had to fight about that. We'd have had to fight about that. Hey. My man said she gave me my first wood. Oh my God. Hey, I know. Hey, nah, for real though. What's crazy is I remember the movie that I watched when you a little boy It's too graphic. But when you a little boy and you first feel your nature rise, you like, oh my God, what's going on? Shit, just think at that time you had Holly Berry, Nia Long, Sally Richardson, Stacey Dash. Hey man, I swear. I remember Pac's fight scene with Bumper Robinson. Bumper Robinson used to be the dude. Remember he was in um he was in the Jackson 5 miniseries, Bumper Robinson. What brother was he? Was he Jackie? What brother was Bumper Robinson on the damn Jackson 5 on the Jackson 5 the miniseries? He was Jackie, I think. He was Jackie, yeah. He was out there boxing, he was fighting. And to this day, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs scared the hell out of me. When I saw Lawrence Hilton Jacobs play, when I saw him play Joe Jackson and how mean he looked, I said, oh no, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs gonna whoop my ass. He see me. He gonna Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. He gonna be there. I said, oh hell, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs look like he gonna whoop you. When he played Joe Jackson, I said, oh no, he mean business. Lawrence Hilton Jacobs finna swing that belt. He whooping folks forever. You look at somebody wrong. Joseph, Joseph, you gotta go get the switch. He's switching, he hitting everybody with the switch in the movie. Yeah, he beat my. I say, oh, I'm scared of him. Hey, he played that role too good. Yeah, when Lawrence Hilton Jacobs gonna tell Jackie them, if you want to do this, let's do this right. Put Jackie in the gloves. Hey man, had Jackie in the gloves out there fighting. When Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, with Joe Jackson, your daddy, you can't lose the fight. Joe Jackson might whoop you for losing. Yeah, who left the towel in the swimming pool? Boy, what? Like, didn't who broke the string on the guitar? Didn't one of them break the string on the guitar or something like that? Who did? Was that Marlon that broke the string on the guitar? Who did that? He ready to whoop everybody in the movie. Tito. Tito broke the string on the guitar, man. What? I like, yeah. Bro, when Michael Jackson was scared to fly, and they got fine Vanessa Williams talking to him, Michael, we got to fly. He was scared to fly. I'm looking like, your daddy is going to kill you if you don't get on this damn plane. If you don't if you don't get on this plane, they're going to kill you. Vanessa Williams sitting there talking to him. Oh man, y'all got me reminiscing. He's talking about his Selena father saw what Joe Jackson did and said, "Oh my sombrero, crazy." Oh man, he crazy. He cuts Reby out. But what man? When he said, "I think it's happy when." Well, who was getting married and he was telling him this girl is going to ruin your life. It's going to ruin your. He was mad as hell. He getting married. You don't marry this girl. He told him, I think it's whatever. He about to what? Hey man, Joe Jackson, boy. Shout out to Gary, Indiana, man. That's Chicago's cousin city too, man. Gary, right there. Tito was getting married. Don't you marry? Don't marry that girl. I'm like, damn, Joe. Do you want the girl? Shit. He said they all got married young to get away from Joe. Yeah, Joe had the girls calling the house. They calling out the house, picking up. Soon as Catherine pick up the phone, they hanging up the phone. They call and hang up real quick. Yeah, hey, Jackson. Hey, shout out to Jason Weaver, man. Chicago, Illinois, baby. Jason, talented brother. Yeah, Joe had a child. Yeah, Joe had a baby with a young girl too. With a young. She was grown, but she was a young woman. When I say a young girl, I mean a young woman. Joe had a baby with a young woman, and I don't think Janet, none of them want nothing to do with her at all. See, I'm a little different though, right? Like, if I got a sibling out there, I'm a bond with my sibling. My sibling ain't got nothing to do with what my father was out here doing. I ain't gonna say that child is a symbol of my father's infidelity against my mother. I don't want you around. You are not my sibling. I'm gonna say, man, listen, come on in the fold, man. You know, I ain't gonna do that. He said allegedly Joe took that from Jeff. Oh. He said Joe let him call her daddy, but Janet had to call him Joe. Hey, they wilding, boy. And they say Janet had a secret kid. Yeah, they always say that, but Janet denied it recently, though. Like, I remember that. They were saying for years she had a secret kid, one of the DeBarge brothers. Hey, she was the only child Joe let call her daddy. Yeah, that's crazy. Call him daddy. That's wild, though. Joe wild for that. Hey, man. D, hey, listen. D, somebody, my father has secret kids. I don't want to meet them. I ain't gonna be like that, man. I know how. Hey, the kids ain't got nothing to do with it, man. That's my father wilding out. You say you can't hear? Hold on. Now I know I ain't muted. Now can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? I know I ain't mute myself. Let me know if y'all can hear me. My cousin say she can't hear me. You say you can now? Okay, cool. Got you. Say I'm back. Yeah, Joe Jackson, boy. Joe was at my dad had 16 kids. I've only met 6 of them. Okay, I got you. Joe just looked like he was ready to whoop somebody at every turn. When he marry that girl. Then he tried to bribe him with a camera or something. What did he try to bribe him with to stop him from getting married to the girl? Was it a camera? What did he try to bribe him with to get her not to marry the girl? And they try to buy. Hey, black folks know we was watching that Jackson 5 miniseries, man. That was epic, boy. Jason Weaver. Jason Weaver was in there. He was hitting them, making them faces. Going to Kansas City. The child was innocent as if his children from marriage were not. I'm sure they were hurt too. But I'm just saying, me, I just know like you like photography, don't you? I'm just saying, me who I am, I just couldn't get mad at the kid and say, don't come around me. You feel me? I ain't gonna do that. I'll be like, man, look, I know my father is a wild individual. You feel me? Yeah, hey, it was camera equipment because Tito liked photography. You like photography, don't you? I said, this mom trying to buy this man a camera to get him not to marry the girl. Like, what? Hey, y'all ever watch Soul Food, the miniseries? Did y'all ever watch, not the miniseries, the TV series? Y'all ever watch Soul Food, the TV series? If y'all did, on the series, they find out that their father had a baby with another woman, played by Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks sees Terry and says, "Oh, you look just like Papa." They was like, "Papa?" She called him Papa. I know the hurt. I know the hurt be real because you like, my father and mother was married all them years, and here come this baby calling our father, this woman calling our father Papa. So when they called Michael taking care of a rat, they should have known then he was Big Trick. Hey man, ah. Michael in there, you're my only friend. You're my only friend. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Soul Food, the series was better than the movie. Soul Food, the series was better than the movie. I ain't gonna hold you. The series was amazing. Amazing, man. Boris Kojo, Rockman Dunbar, Vanessa Williams, dark skinned Vanessa Williams. You had Nicole Ari Parker. What's my boy name? Melinda. What's the one that was married to Melinda Williams in the show? Darren. What's his name? Darren. What's his name? Darren Henson, I believe it was. Right? He be having them little dance. He be doing the dance moves and dancing. And then Melinda Williams was Bird. The show was fire. The TV series was fire. How many A1W say, how many Bulls games have you been to? In my lifetime, I've probably been to like 7 Bulls games. About 7. 7. I appreciate the donation too, AW1. I thank you, brother. Thank you for that donation. That mean a lot to me, boss. AW1 always showing love, man. So I didn't have cable when the series was out. Um, I'm sad I missed it. Right. Only reason I had cable because my father was the cable man. You feel me? So we had that cable up in the crib for free. My father be in there, hey, I'm gonna come put that cable over there at your mama house now. Then go put that cable at your mama house so y'all can watch all some TV. Y'all watch all some cartoons, watch the game, watch all that. Me and my mama and them was watching Soul Food. So yeah, I had that. My father had that. That was an advantage for us. My father being the cable man. Hey man, the TV series, you can't even find the series nowhere. That was an HBO show, I believe. I don't even think HBO. I think that was that HBO? Was Soul Food the TV series HBO? Showtime HBO? And they don't even got it on there, which is crazy. You can't find the series nowhere. You can find it on YouTube. Where he said, Malcolm, I wish I knew your pops back then. So I can get the cable hook. Man, my father hooked up. When I tell you, my father has hooked up more than half of Chicago. Because my dad, he used to work for Comcast back in the day, like before I was born. By the time I was born, my dad had his own cable business. Him and his partner was hooking up cable on their own because my dad maintained the connections through working cable. He had clients through doing actual cable. He knew where to get the wiring and all the equipment for cable. He knew where to get the cable boxes. My father was giving people pay-per-view boxes to watch Mike Tyson fights and all of that. Like they could watch pay-per-view fights at any time. My dad was selling them boxes for like $2.50 a piece, for real, at that time period. I always got respect, but my father was always a hustler. Always a hustler. Always. My father would buy, like, I would watch my father put the chips into the boxes. He sit at my grandmama's house. My grandma had a bar downstairs in the lower basement that my grandfather built. My grandfather was a carpenter, right? And so he would sit at the bar and he would buy a case of pay-per-view boxes, cable boxes, and he would insert the chips into the boxes. I would see him do this. See him sit at the bar, do this, and then go make a killing, selling them for $2.50 a piece at the time. Right? My dad was doing regular, he would hook your regular cable up for about if you wanted regular cable, he hook it up for about $85. $85. Right? Him and his partner split that money down the middle. My daddy was hooking up everybody cable. For real, for real. My father hooked up Common's cable. This before Common was like mainstream. My father then hooked up Jim Belushi cable before. Now y'all know Jim Belushi, Blues Brothers. Even he had some money. Even he didn't want to pay no monthly cable bill. My daddy charged you that 85. If you wanted the pay-per-view box at $2.50, charge you that. You know, with a 3-month guarantee. 3-month guarantee it stay on for 3 months. If it get cut off after 3 months, you got to pay again. But if it get cut off within the 3-month time frame, he cut it back on for free. And he would have these notebooks where he would put the date he did your cable on, your phone number, your address. I'm gonna have my father on and tell this shit. My dad then hooked up more than half of the Chicagoland area. For real. Right? But yeah, like, so my father was the cable plug. That's why I watched my dad. I used to go on cable jobs with my dad sometimes. In the hot, sweating sun in Chicago summers, he climbing up the ladder, climbing up the poles, drilling holes in the wall. He asked them, "Can my son come in here with me?" They be like, "Yeah, it's your son. Come on in here." My daddy, "All right, Malcolm, sit down right there." They be like, "You want something to drink? You want something to do?" My dad like, "Yeah, Malcolm, you want something?" Cool. He be like, "Okay, man." If my dad was in there, if his partner, oh yeah, my daddy definitely got some women off that cable. Oh my God! Shout out my father is boy. Yeah, because my daddy come to them cable jobs with the cologne on, with the cologne all on. That boy had that man had that fire cologne on. He started sweating, that cologne come off him. And if his partner wasn't with him that day, Big Mike, you know my father, Big Mike, my father, if my father partner wasn't with him, he'd say, "Malcolm, come in here with me." He'd have me hold the flashlight right here. He drilling a hole in the wall. Like my father, I got a profound respect for him. My father got callus on his knuckles because he used to be in there doing that cable, running the line. When I moved in my first apartment, my daddy put my cable in my apartment for me. For real. That's why I got cologne wearing from my father. My father, man, hey. That's my dog, boy. My father is my dog. He an old man. Now he old now. He don't do no cable no more. He old, man. But in his youth, he was running them cable lines, baby. For real. That's my dog, though. He coming there. Come on, son. Come in here with me. Ah! Hey, I gotta have my dad come on the platform, boy. Hey, hit up Crystal for the cologne Discord. You see, your daddy was getting all the lady with the cologne. Yeah, man. And my dad, man, my father looked like me. He just taller. My dad, like 6'3". Y'all know I'm like 5'9.5". He looked like me. I ain't tall like him, but he about 6'3". He come up in there. My dad come in there. Yeah, ah, Oh man, I like I said, I learned, but all jokes aside, man, I learned a lot about hard work from my dad, man. Because yeah, he's my dad is 6'3". You know what I'm saying? So he looked like he's just darker than me. He darker than me though. He looked like me though. But he be in there, he and that Malcolm. All right, we finna go do these jobs, man. So we gotta get up. You gotta come with me. Bring daddy on the channel. How old is your father? Oh man, my daddy. my father's 70 years old, man. 70 years old now, man. But I'm gonna bring him on though. He has a lot of profound stories to tell. Even like going away to college at a young age and stuff like that. I will never forget when when I was getting ready to go to college. I literally watched my father hustle to get all my stuff I need to go to school. Like hustle for real. I really watched him pile up cable jobs to say, all right, man, I got to get my son to school. So like, I'm finna hustle up on these cable jobs. And this was a time period. And I'm gonna get like real personal real quick. Like I remember during the time that my mom about like 5'6", 5'7", about 5'6", about 5'6" ish. I remember when my father 70. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um my what was I about to say? Yeah. So at the time I was getting ready to graduate from high school. This is when cable started to get a little bit more harder to bootleg. It was like really it started to dry up in the streets. And they started having the digital boxes, which was harder. The digital boxes were harder to keep on and harder to turn on. And my dad knew somebody that knew how to do it. So my father came to this man humbly, and he was like, well, Dal, you're 5'9.5". The doctor always tell me 5'9.5" when I go for the annual. But anyway, um, my dad knew a guy that knew how to turn on the digital boxes. And he asked my dad came to him and said, hey, I know you don't want to teach nobody how to do this because I know this your hustle and I know this your lane. But he like, man, can you show me how to do these digital boxes, man? I'm trying to get my son off to school and I'm trying to hustle. The cable streets drying up a little bit. And if I know how to do the digital boxes, I can make a little bit more money. I can make a little bit more money so I can have my son with everything he need to send him off to school with. And my father is a really proud man, very prideful. He doesn't like to beg people for anything or really ask folks for stuff. But he broke his pride because he knew he wanted to make sure I got to school with everything I needed. And my mom was gonna help too, but my father really wanted to make sure he could do everything to get me there. And the guy told my father, I'm sorry, man, I can't help you. I can't teach you how to turn on the digital boxes. My father, like, man, I'm just trying to get my son to school. Can you like show me how to do it? Dude, like, man, I'm sorry. My father, like, I'm not gonna tell nobody how to turn on the boxes. I'm not gonna put nobody onto the hustle. I just want to do this. So I just want to learn how to turn on the digital boxes so I can send my son to school. Dude, like I can't do it. My father, like, man, fuck. And my father was mad, but I really watched my father pile up jobs, like cable jobs, get his clientele booming and bussing off regular cable to make sure I had everything I needed to go to school. Despite that man telling my dad, no, he's not going to teach my dad how to do the digital cable boxes, I watched my father make a killing off doing the regular cable boxes to get me to school. And say, man, I'm finna turn this, I'm finna hustle, do every job I can. I'm not turning down no cable job. I don't care where it's at to get my son to school with everything he needs. And that's why I always had profound respect for my dad because I mean more than that, my father was always there for me. But yeah, man, I'll never forget that man told my dad he ain't gonna teach him how to do that. My dad like, man, he ain't gonna teach me, but shoot, I'm gonna just pile up the whatever cable jobs I can get to make sure we get you there. So and they got me down to Mississippi for school with everything I needed, you know. But everything I needed and then some. So yeah, that's my man though, man. He be calling me when I'm on the live streams. You know, and my line brother in here, man. What's up, LB? What's the word? He be calling me when I'm on the live streams a lot. I tell him I call him back when I get off, but that's my guy. Like, I learned a lot from him. A lot of things about life. So do cable still exist? I'm sure it does. My daddy ain't doing no cable no more. That's been well and over with. But I mean, streaming services have taken cable out of the game for real, and cable is super expensive in general. So it's kind of almost obsolete unless because even if you want to watch regular TV, you can get stuff like YouTube TV. You can get other so yeah, James, like James Evans for real. Like when I always say I was raised by a James Evans type black man, I mean that in every sense of the word. You know, James Evans for real, for real. My daddy coming at Chicago, we'd be like, Daddy. We don't say my daddy, we like Daddy. My daddy coming there. I remember when I was a little kid, because my dad doesn't know how to cook. Every morning when I was in preschool, my dad would have me take me to preschool on my time. Every morning he wake up, even before I was in preschool. He would wake up every morning, go get me hot cakes and sausage from McDonald's, and he would cut up the sausage, cut up the pancakes for me, put the syrup on there, turn on cartoons for me, and sit me at that little table down in the in the room, and he would go to sleep on the bed. And he tell me, when you finish eating, man, you can climb up in here in the bed and go to sleep with me. Go to sleep with me. And I eat my little food, watch them cartoons, be watching a pup named Scooby-Doo and shit like that. Eat that food, crawl in the bed with my pops and go to sleep. Yeah, that's what we used to do. Boy, that's my dog. He'd be like, man. That's why he laughed today. He'd be like, boy, I had Malcolm everywhere with me. Because I'd be everywhere throughout Chicago with him. That's really, I learned about the city for real, traveling, like rolling around in the car with my dad and stuff like that. Yeah, he be in there. Uh, they call my dad nickname Big Mike. They Big Mike, and he be, man, what's going on, man? And he be, hey, my father's hilarious though, cause my dad is really, he'll have a whole nice little thing of money, and my daddy still is not gonna fill that gas tank up. It don't matter. He hand you a $50 bill. He gonna say, hey, put 7 on pump 3 now. Put 7 in there. Hey, don't do that now. Put $7, Malcolm. $7. 7. I'll be like, Dad, why we can't just fill up? He'd be like, if this car break down and I got a tank full of gas, where can we go, son? Where the hell could we go? Hey, this man and cry me like, yo, you thought you a trip, boy. When he would drop me off at stores, he would always give me a lecture before going in the store. We at McDonald's. He like, hey, you go ahead, go in there, go get your food, man. But don't be taking all day in there now. Cause you know I gotta go here and go there. I be like, Dad, I can't control how quick they make the food at McDonald's. You want me to tell him my daddy said, hurry up in here and make these sandwiches quick. Yeah, tell him I said. He be in, hey, don't take all day up in here now, cause you know you take all day in store now. You get up in here, don't be don't be taking all day in these stores. You know, you take all day. Yeah, money in a sock type. That's really him for real. Julius from Everybody Hates Chris is my father. All the way. The same little blue jumpsuit for real. Okay, whatever. We put that on. Say, y'all remember them 20 cent? Boy, you remember 39.49 with the 39.49 day at McDonald's? What? Change the game. The whole hood be up there trying to get burgers up out of McDonald's, man. For real. The whole hood. Hey, I'm laughing because if I get my father on here, he is not gonna be himself. he gonna be on here acting totally different on here. He gonna be clean cut. He gonna be in there, yeah, you know. I'm like, hey, this is not then what Mike F say? You see a dude in the mall with his girl, you be like, what's going on, bro? Hey, man, with the old lady today, man. Just hanging out with the old lady, just hanging out with the woman, hanging out with the wifey today, just hanging out with the old lady. You be like, man, he don't act like that. My father be, boy, he be cracking all the jokes for him and my mama both. Him and my mama will crack jokes all day. That's all they be doing. They get on the phone. He get on the phone with a joke. That's why I told y'all, my father in there low key rooting against the Bears because he gonna tell us at the beginning of the season. He gonna tell me and my brother and them when the Bears lost the first 2 games, man. I told y'all the Bears ain't shit, man. I told y'all they ain't shit. I told y'all they ain't that good that y'all think they good. When the Bears start winning, he don't want to be wrong about the Bears not being good. So he gonna try to stick with I told y'all the bit that, man, the Bears, they playing above their head right now. Right? Whenever the Bears win, he would never call me right after the game. He'll call me a little later, right? And he don't want to talk about the game when the Bears win. The day we lose, he gonna come calling my phone right after the game. Talking about some, well, I guess y'all little season and ended. I said, oh, what y'all? I say, now look, you gonna call me right after this game. You ain't called me immediately after no game when we win. So when you lose, he calling my phone. I'm like, see, that's when I told y'all. I say, we gonna, daddy. My father is a fan of Chicago sports teams. He's a pessimistic fan. He can't, because he said the Bears won ish to start the season, he gotta stand on that. He can't change his view, right? He can't say, man, I was wrong. The Bears playing pretty good this year. He gotta say, I told y'all. That's my father. Like, he can't say, hey, I was wrong about the Bears not being that good this year. He gotta stick to, I told y'all they weren't that good. So he a pessimistic Chicago sports fan. If he see we ain't starting the season off good, he gonna say we ain't that good. And if we start playing well, he can't say, man, the Bears doing better than what I thought. He gotta say, man, they playing over their head. Call me immediately after the game. I'm like, nah, dude, I told y'all. I said I wanted to cuss my daddy out. I'm joking. You know what I'm saying? But I really want to say, Dad, you know what I'm saying? I want to say, Dad, don't call me after we lose the damn game. I can't talk like that to my father, though. Because then he'll reach through the phone and come smack me. So I can't say certain stuff to I can't say certain stuff to him. Because he'll reach through the phone and smack me. But I want to say, I know you ain't calling me right now after this. My line brother, shout out to Noob, my ace. He said, I still managed to get to college, learn a trade, and get accepted into the greatest fraternity in the land. Blessings your way too, bro. And nah, yeah, man. And I made a bond with all y'all, man. Listen, that's my dog, man. This my 9 beast. That's my ace. He was at the front of the line, man. He was at the front. I was at the back of the line. That's my dog, man. When we was online, me and my ace was super, super close for real. Like my ace would be at my apartment all the time. He'd be at my apartment, or I'd be over at the crib with them, whatever. My ace be kicking it with me. That's my dog. You say, is your dad a Bears fan? He is. He is. He just pessimistic about it. Like, yeah, he said because he don't want to be pissed for 40 days, 40 nights they lose. Yeah, you know I was pissed to the highest degree of pissivity. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Like I be looking like you see your connection with your audience is fraternal. Like, oh man, that's love, man. Like, honestly, I try to I talk about serious topics on this channel, but I really talk with y'all like family for real a lot of ways, man. And I think that type of nature comes from my mom. My mom is she's a people person. Very endearing, very funny. My mom is really, really like endearing for real. Funny as ever, Chicago to the bone, gristle like me. If you cut my mama's arm, mouth sauce gonna fall at her arm too. But Very, very endearing. She's a people person. Everybody that know my mama love being around my mama. She the life of the party. So I kind of get that type of spirit from my mom, you know. Which he said, Max, sorry to be off topic, but are you a Sox fan or a Cubs fan? I'm a fan of both. I don't really pick. You know, I'm not super baseballed out to really pick. They both Chicago teams, but if you want me to go with one, I would go with the Sox. If you wanted me to choose one, I'm gonna go with the Sox because Sox are the South Side team, and I'm from the South Side of Chicago. But I got a Cubs jacket. Y'all see me wear it on here. I got a Sox jacket, all of that. He said, Mac, I gotta admit this. I picked the Rams to win. I was hoping I was wrong. You know, a lot of people picked the Rams to win because they had Matthew Stafford in that high-powered offense, which, you know, understandable. But the Bears actually played them very well. The defense played well. It was just we had a lot of mistakes on offense. To the bone, Gristle James. You know how it go. You know? My mama told me she only gonna come on here where if I put a suit on, if I get like suited and booted and do one of them interviews with her. She told me she want me on camera with her. And I gotta get suited and booted and all of that for her to get on camera. And I told her I'm gonna do it. So I say, all right, man. She want me to have a whole little setup and want me to be all, you know. So I said I'm gonna do it. How about Harold's or Uncle Remus? I'm Harold. I'm Southside, man. I like Harold's. Uncle Remus cold, but it got that little sweet sauce. And speaking of which, I heard the Harold CEO passed away. Yeah, for sure. Like, and it's sad to hear. I know a lot of people hear me reference Harold's, and like I say the joke about my arm, mouse also fall out my arm, but Harold's is really a staple of the city. Like we grew up eating Harold's like on the regular. It was a delicacy. When you see Kanye West through the wire video, um, yeah, my mama want the bougie interview, and my mama not bougie in no way, shape, form, or fashion, but she want that interview, the bougie interview. But like when I seen through the wire video, Kanye West first video, and I see the Harold's Chicken on 103rd and Halsted, like that was the Harold's Chicken that I went to on the regular. My grandma lived right up the street from now, right? So it's just like that's really a staple, man. We always eating Harold's Chicken. My cousin in here, my cousin, we was on 48th in Indiana. She stayed in the Robert Taylor buildings, and they would come over. And sometimes my brother be over there too. We go to Harold's Chicken. What was it on 47? 47, the Harold's Chicken on 47. Right there. We used to go there. All that. So you gotta try Harold's Chicken when I come back to Chicago. Definitely gotta try it, man. Hey, y'all come to Chicago, man. Y'all gotta let me know, man. I gotta meet y'all in like a area downtown or something, man. In a public area though. Cause you know, some of y'all might be a little crazy. I gotta holler, help, police, just in case I need to do that. I might have to holler, help, police. And I need to be in a public area to do that if y'all a little crazy. So, public area downtown somewhere, I might have to link up with some of y'all. Y'all come up here. But again, in a public area, just in case y'all crazy, and I gotta holler, help, police. So just bring your deity. That's crazy. Tell what Miss Pearly? Tell your fine daddy. I said, So how far do you live from Mos Mariam? Have you ever been to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's house? I have not. Mos Mariam is probably that's like on Stony Island. So it's probably that's on Stony, from what I know. It's probably like I want to say like 20 minutes from me. Not far. Do you be taking that crazy red line? I'll definitely be on the red line, bro. I'll be on the Metro and I'll be on the red line sometime. I'll be on the Metro and the red line. You feel me? I be gravitating between both. Between both. Yeah, the mosque on 73rd and Stony. So that's probably like about 20-minute drive or so from me. You was in Chicago for Kendrick's GNX show, for real? Sabbatical Queen, where you from? You from the Midwest? Have you ever had a bean pie? Nah, never had one. No. Hey, it's definitely like 3 degrees outside right now, which is absolutely crazy. But y'all know I be out there bundled up like crazy. You say you from the Midwest for sure. Hey, we used to have this store called Moo and Oink in Chicago. It was colder than polar bear piss, and it was like a meat factory, right? Moo and Oink, Moo and Oink selling beef and pork, right? Moo and Oink used to be cold as hell in there. You gotta have thermals on to go in Moo and Oink, boy. Moo and Oink, you better have in the summertime. You better have you on a winter coat to go in Moo and Oink. At 3 degrees, hell no. Yeah. So I took the red line twice and I seen 2 females fighting and never took it again. Yeah, fighting on, yeah. You bound to see that on there. When I come back, that's one of the 2 places I want to visit. Elijah's house, where they film Family Matters. Yeah, when you come through, LB, come on. Let me know, bro. Let me see if you still, I want to see if you still control a cane, bro. I didn't got a little weak. I gotta get back. I gotta get back to it. Moink, moom, moom, moom. You remember that? Dwayne Wade daddy. Dwayne Wade daddy used to be on the Moo and Oink commercials. Every time I see my fellow Houstonians, Houstonians wearing Parkers in 50-degree weather, I get so embarrassed. I just know Midwesterners be laughing at us. Man, listen, I know cold, but look, cold is cold, man. If like everybody cold is different, man. You know, that's cold in Houston. Chicago, listen, 50 degrees. We outside with it, baby. In the wintertime, 50 degrees? What? What? Man, I'm outside smiling. 50-degree weather. I wish it was 50 degrees right now. Say, I still stroll and throw balls. Hey, look, me and my LB, remember we used to be doing what was that? What was that stroll? We used to, what was that? Capoeira. We used to been at my uh, 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 hello. My uncle would say 50 degrees is warm in Chicago. 50? 50 in January? Oh man. We outside with love. Moms might throw the pelly. The pelly on. Capoeira, yes. That was the Capoeira stroll. We used to be in there. Hey, me and my LB. My LB come to Chicago. We'll be on camera strolling. And we used to be getting active, boy. Must be in there. So I can't work if it's under 50 degrees. Where you live at, Vino? Vino, you must be like in the South somewhere. Cause boy, in Florida, like I'm like, you know how people be like, they can't be in the cold like this. Hey, that heat be something vicious for me. That 100-degree weather like that, that Gamma Sig show was fire. Hey, no, that 100-degree weather be killing me. I can't do that every day. I'll be like, A2 hot now. Florida heat, woo, boy. I done been in Florida in July. Hey man, listen. It be so hot, I don't be want to go outside. I be like, I can't. I can't do that. Cause when it's hot outside, you can't. There's no amount of clothes you can take off to make it get cooler. There's no amount of clothes you can take off to make it get cooler when it's hot like that. The sun just be beaming. I'm talking about beaming on you. You be like, oh my God, I can't do that. I done been in Florida and started sweating as soon as I came outside. It's not the heat, it's the humidity. Las Vegas hot, but I can handle the desert heat. That swamp heat hit different, man. What? Woo! I remember we was waiting. We was in Disney waiting in lines for the ride. I say, hey, just give me the bottle of water. I can just pour it all over my head. Go, just, hey, mama, go give me the bottle of water from right there. My mama don't get on rides. Mama, can you please hand me a bottle of water I can pour on my head? It's too damn hot out here, man. For real. Hey, this is crazy. It was so hot. My little sister, I remember when she was 7 years old. I'll never forget this. She was 7 years old. We in Florida in July. My mama loved going to Florida in the summertime, really. We only went to Florida in the wintertime like once or twice, right? It's July, it's scorching hot. My little sister say, Mama, can we go in a store or something? Because, all the stores in Florida and Disney got AC. She say, Mama, can we go in a store or something? It's too hot to be walking out here. I say, man, what? Yeah, Mama, can we go in a store? Let's go in a store. Like this. What? In Disney, all the stores got AC booming out of it. And let's run in the store. Cause this is crazy. I'm talking about I'm out there like, yo, woo! I be wondering in the heat like that, how do people be playing football? Cause all that on, I'd have been passed out for real. But honestly though, when you from a region, I guess you learn to adjust. You learn to adjust, man. Because people be saying that about Chicago. It's too damn cold up here. And it's colder than polar bear piss in Chicago. It's colder than a penguin's toenail here. I ain't gonna lie. But I guess we be just so prepared. It still be cold, but like we know it's gonna be cold. So that's when you double up your socks. You put on you put some pajama pants on under your jeans. That's when not wearing skinny jeans, that helps with that, right? You put on a big coat and you put on a hoodie on under that. You got a long sleeve shirt on under that. You're the Hulk. That Hulk ain't no joke. Boy, that Hulk get the hollering outside, boy. And you got to be ready for that Hulk when it's screaming your name. You got to be ready for it now. You can't be outside playing. My father used to be like, see, Malcolm, you be outside, you be want to be cute. Like you be want to be cute and shit when you outside. You don't want to put no long johns on because you trying to be cute and cool at school and stuff like that. But you gonna learn. Your ass freeze that you gonna freeze. Them damn legs start freezing. You gonna put them long draws on. And I definitely did. I definitely did after that. Cause it'd be too cold. That's when I was going to school. And like, hello, it was cold when I was there in June. I was shocked. I called everybody as if they could feel the air. Thankfully, I had a little piece of jacket. For real, my day, like you be wanting to be cute outside. That was you be trying to be looking cool and cute and stuff. You gonna learn. You gotta wear the Scully on. I ain't playing. Oh man. But hey y'all, look, I gotta get off this thing, man. I gotta eat before I go to work and stuff like that and relax my mind. For real, for real. I want to thank y'all for all jumping on this live stream and showing love and showing support. Thank you to everybody that donated to the channel. It means a whole lot to me. If you want to donate to the Cash App, here's the Cash App link below. As y'all can see on the screen below my finger. I want to thank everybody that came through the chat, providing insight, and giving y'all input on the topic. I know we deviated off of the topic after like 45 minutes or so, but that sometimes it happens when we just communicate like that. I want to remind y'all, please hit the like button before y'all leave, because hitting the like button puts my videos heavily within the YouTube algorithm. So please hit the like button for me, y'all. Pretty please. But until next time, I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna get my mind right before I get off there. Sabbatical Queen is hilarious. I'm gonna tell my daddy you said hey. And I'm gonna holler at y'all later, y'all. Peace.